Now here's Dinwiddie. Asta Luau. He dishes it to Green. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Giannis. Guys, what about that dunk? And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Harris passes to Jordan. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez twice on the pipes. He has the length to do this every time on the defensive end.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks.
Into the lineup for the Bucks.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Giannis gets it to go.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Harden against Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come. No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
PJ Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Holiday. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Great speed and tricks on the drive. Holiday excels at putting defenses in those compromising positions.
59 seconds left in the first half. Harden dishes to Harris. Banked in off the glass. And the Nets lead by 4.
When you drive to the cup, you do it with a purpose. And Joe Harris mixing up his attack right there.
Giannis inside. Griffin's there. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. Giannis inside. Defended by Griffin. Antetokounmpo, no good. And an intentional foul right there. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Drew Holiday. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Giannis. 12 points for him. And it's no good. 3rd time he's missed in 9 shot attempts.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
For Brooklyn, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Now, when DeAndre Jordan is engaged, this guy is flat out a difference maker. He understands how to play to his strengths.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And that does it for the first half of play. Nets lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have an 8-point lead. And over. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. 3rd quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy. And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Nets leading by 5. And here's Harden. He's got 6 to the paint, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, this is often how DeAndre Jordan gets his points in a set offense, off the roll.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And he makes that one.
No defense right there for that shot from Irving. Released so quick, especially off the pass.
To the inside, and to Antetokounmpo. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Harden. Lopez with the steal. And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Harden outside. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Over to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 6 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Irving.
Oh, guys, there are not many strokes more pure than that of Kyrie Irving's.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Durant's checked in for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Irving. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And Middleton kicks to DiVincenzo. Here's Lopez. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, it's clear that Brook Lopez loves getting to the free throw line. He uses his length to pick up these kinds of opportunities.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Dinwiddie with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And he commits the intentional foul. Portis, who's checked in for Lopez. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Green. He doesn't hit that one. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. For the lead, Portis trying to free himself. The shot by Holiday, no good. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And so they foul intentionally. And stolen by Portis.
Oh, that was slick right there. Great timing to come up with that.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Here's KD. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
That's good from Durant.
Now, Kevin Durant is an absolute nightmare for defenses. And if you're the opposing coach and he starts to take over, you've got to be thinking, what am I going to do with this guy?
Holiday against Dinwiddie. Unloads from 9. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Nets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8.
And Doris, make no mistake about it, Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score, an instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is.
Wow.
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
Bucks trail by 4. Outside Holiday. Outside Portis. Holiday against Dinwiddie. Holiday the pass to Portis. Here's Tucker, just 4 to shoot. Buries the long-range jumper. Tucker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I know he's not the most efficient long-range shooter, but Tucker hits enough of those to space out the defense.
Holiday against Dinwiddie. He kicks to KD. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. KD's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jeff Green picks one up.
A deceptive guard. Holiday draws fouls by keeping his defenders always on their heels over the course of the game.
And Middleton with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. 7 seconds left in the third. There's the lob to Portis.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And stolen by Portis. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Here's Connaughton, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall.
A terrific job from Irving to track his man the entire way and bother that shot.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Harris. Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Harden outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. And here's the fast break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Count the basket. 23 points for Giannis.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Brooklyn has possession. 4-point game. Harden the pass to Jordan. Outside for Griffin. Here's Harden. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Now T. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Harden with the defensive effort. Count it.
Well, you love to see DJ work that hard in transition. Go ahead, run the floor, big man.
The Bucks shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Harden against T. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. From deep, Harden. Good on the triple. And now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that the three-point shot is a primary weapon.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Holiday in for T. It's Harden with the drive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Brooklyn making some changes. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. And Luwawu subbed in for Joe Harris. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David. Harden the pass to KD. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA, and if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Connaughton passes to Giannis. The Bucks working the ball around. Oh, good on that one. Durant with some nice deep. Nets leading by 3. 3-pointer. Sinks the triple. KD's got 12 points in just the second half.
Kevin Durant on a prototypical KD roll. My man is going.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Irving surveying the floor. Feeds to Durant. The kick out to Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Inside. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, the size and height of Kevin Durant makes him a prime threat to throw it down. You've got to keep him out of the paint.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Teague's checked in. Antetokounmpo plays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got 31.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
There's 38 seconds left in the game. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Outside Irving. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Clock at 6. Durant dishes to Harden. From deep. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 7. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. All right, David, thank you. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. It's the NBA on 2K. Jake.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. So the Nets starting 5. We've got Durant, also DeAndre Jordan out there. Joe Harris is out there with Harden, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the power forward position. A nice shot by KD. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Now, here is Harden. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. Harden, no good. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Jackson against Harris. Now George. Now here's Jordan. Deflects the pass. Harris outside. Durant in the corner.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Here's George. Jordan with the rebound. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And here's Jackson. The pass to Leonard. From deep three-point range, Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Pass to Dinwiddie. Left side Harris. Jackson with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. George with the bucket.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Back to Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Here's George. Puts up a 3. 5 on the clock. Leonard the pass to Ibaka. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Harris. For 3, Durant. It's rebounded by Leonard. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George way outside. Drills it from outside. George has got 5 now.
He can certainly stroke it from deep. The three-pointer is not a shot that George is going to pass up.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. 1:15 left to play in the first. Harden against Jackson. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Dinwiddie against Jackson. And the pass to George. Takes it out to Leonard. All alone. A reverse. And George finishes inside. 7 points in the game.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Harden with it. Pass to Dinwiddie. Harden outside. Out to Harris. Back to Harden. Over Jackson. Rebounded by Jackson. The Clippers in the lead. Launches it. You can't get that one.
Well, the quickness of Paul George on defense is something that very few players possess.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the 2nd round a few years ago.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Irving. Green is out there with Luwawu. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Cousins. The shape. Brooklyn with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. And some hang time on the rim puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Kennard finds Beverly. Cousins inside. He's against Green. No good from Cousins.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Jeff Green on the wing. The kick out to Brown. Back to Green. Over Kennard. It's not going to go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Here's Irving. Here's Claxton. No good on the triple. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Trying to get something going. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Outside Leonard. Beyond the arc. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Nets passing it around. Outside Irving. Down low. Leonard with the steal. Knocked loose. Right wing. Rondo against Harris. Rondo passes to Morris. And here's the break. Pass to Green. And it goes down 2 points.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Irving looking over the floor. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter. 0 for 5. Brown against Kennard. At the top of the key, Rondo. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Clock at 4. Rondo passes to Leonard. It's blocked, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Morris. Batum comes in for Leonard. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for the Nets. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And Ibaka kicks to Rondo. Back to Ibaka. To halt the run.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They didn't get more than a 1 possession. And
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Batum in at the 4. Nets leading by 7. And Harris wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Jackson. Here's Batum.
And, you know, Batum certainly has the ability to score inside.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Passes it to KD. Releases from 15. A putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
George looking over the floor. Here's Leonard. Great D that time from Durant. Nets leading by 9. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Leonard. Durant's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Nobody near George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
In the corner, Harden over George, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Nets lead by 11.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on, and you're right. I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers, and, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Outside Durant. Tipped away. George with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And here they go. Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Durant kicks to Harden. Five to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. A deep three from Durant. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A different look for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Now the pass to Mann. And here is Zubac. Over Claxton. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Zubac.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Pass to Brown. Nobody near Irving. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Rondo. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Now Green dishes to Brown. Inside to end the drought. No good from Luwawu. Clippers trail by 7. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Zubac. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Luwawu can't get it to fall. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Nets leading. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Brown. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the 2. Durant against Cousins. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Talk about a high IQ baller. Durant read the pick and roll coverage perfectly there.
And here's Beverly. Over in the corner, Cousins. Here's Kennard. The 3. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Irving. It's Brown on the wing. Beverly against Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Zubac finds Beverly. And Kennard wide open. He shoots, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
High post, KD. Cousins is there. And there's Jordan, putting it right back in. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Harden against Kennard. Feeds it to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
That's not too difficult for DeMarcus Cousins now. I like that he doesn't settle for the layup there. Instead, throws it down.
Harden outside. Lets it go. Here's Jordan. Over in the corner, Brown. And here's Harden for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kennard's got his fourth rebound in this one. Beverly for three. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Jordan. Harden kicks to Irving. Tips it, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 11.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
On the wing, Irving. Defended by Beverly. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Brown. Harden outside. Here's KD. Outside Irving. From downtown. They get the rebound.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Brooklyn.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jordan.
Now, he was a problem on the glass today, relentlessly crashing the boards and came away with a bushel basket full of rebounds.
Kennard with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Kennard finds Morris. Brooklyn with the ball. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Up again, and Harden on the follow.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward. And it's Milwaukee's ball. And Antetokounmpo inside. Ibaka on him. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Well, Greg, fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
And the basket is good.
Well, he knows how to score, and he does just that. Don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Pass to Giannis. And he gets it to go.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Jackson finds George. Now here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
A bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
There's Jackson with the 3. Here's George. Another shot. In deep. Leonard drops it in.
Well, on nights where Kawhi Leonard piles up some points, he can make a big mark because of the offensive rebounding prowess.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Middleton dishes to Holiday. To the inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Now Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Ibaka. It's good on the putback. And this game is tied up now.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And Middleton kicks to Lopez. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Batum against Antetokounmpo. They get it back. Shoots over Batum, and he overshot that one, missing. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Ibaka is right there.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Antetokounmpo against Leonard. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to George. Outside for Jackson. George passes to Batum. Count that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Holiday looking for an opening. Passes to Giannis. Batum with the steal. Now here's Leonard. And there's the pass to Batum. From the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Holiday against Jackson. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound, and it's the Clippers' ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Outside Jackson. Traps in the tray.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo had this to say earlier.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipes for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
PJ Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Forbes. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
Portis drives in, and Portis throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Here's Mann, and he banks in the layup. Mann's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Connaughton passes to Tucker. Back to Connaughton. Lays it up off the glass.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Rondo looking around. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Kennard's got 4 points now in the quarter. Bucks trail by 7. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Portis finds Holiday. Yes, that goes in.
Well, instead of flailing for a foul, Drew Holiday does not expect the call, maintains his focus, and gets that shot to go.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on. Drew's got such a great build, 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. From past the arc. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Connaughton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Holiday, the pass to Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Rondo kicks to Kennard. 1:02 left to play here in the half. The layup missed. Bucks trail by 4. And with the rebound.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Shoots from the line. Ibaka, no luck.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Rondo with the ball. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Offline with his 3. And it's the Bucks on the break. Pass to Connaughton. A shot off that time. Here's Mann. Outside Rondo. He got it up. And a close game so far through the first 2. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, give us your take.
You have to love a team that pounds the offense.
That's all for now. Say good.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Reggie Jackson. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. George with no one around. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. Teague feeling it out a bit. Pass to Middleton. Lopez outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks, trailing by 5. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez, and Giannis throws it down.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Here's the pass to Cousins. And here's George. He has 5. Back to Cousins. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
And Cousins getting better and better at working the screen and roll situations, diving towards the basket after giving the hard screen.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Giannis. Middleton outside. Got a piece of it. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball. Pass to Leonard. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be up. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
So he gets them both. Jackson with it. Leonard on the wing. Passes it to Mann. Back to Leonard. From down in the low post, it goes. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
Middleton against George. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet. But once he does, man, he can explode.
George passes to Batum. Here's Leonard. Back to George. To the paint. Lopez with the steal. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
T.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. George passes to Leonard. 51 seconds left in the third. And it's Leonard with the jam.
With his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Outside Holiday. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Antetokounmpo's got 18 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Now Leonard. He's got 11. Right side Jackson. Ibaka outside. And George gets it to go.
Just hard to explain in its entirety the type of offensive impact that Paul George can make. He's just so multifaceted on the offensive end of the floor.
And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Holiday. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. Down low. Here's Portis. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
What a beautiful play. Giannis so mobile coming off the pick. And did I mention long?
Rondo with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Leonard. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The shot's good from Kennard.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. A floater, and he lays it up and in.
And that's 10 straight
make points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Rondo against Holiday. Pass to Leonard. Poke loose. Outside for George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And George able to finish. George has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
Well, it's nice to see Paul George make a read, be in the right position to collect that loose ball and do something with it.
To the middle. On the wing, Giannis. He's covered by Leonard. Holiday dishes to Giannis. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in. Pass to Leonard. Dishes it to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. In the corner, Kennard with it. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
I don't know if Drew Holiday's an underrated player, but he certainly is underappreciated with the way he can go at you as a two-way guy. He can score, and he can also guard positions 1 through 4.
Leonard against Middleton. Kennard for 3. And that's collected by Drew Holiday.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
George passes to Beverly. Back to George. Here's Ibaka, and nothing but hair on that one. Bucks trail by 9. Portis in the post. He's covered by Leonard. Nice shot by Portis.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
On the wing, George. Offensive rebound. Now, here's Kennard. Kicks it to Beverly. Over Holiday. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. 7-point differential. Holiday finds Lopez. 59 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Holiday. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Smart for Holiday to get that shot off even after the hack from the defense.
And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bobby Portis. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. The Clippers also changing it up. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. A different look for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday. The Clippers also making some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Patrick Beverly in for George. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Batum. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson has the open look. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Milwaukee now, trailing by 5. Here's Giannis. No luck, they batted on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. 5 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. So the Clippers with the win. This was a hard... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. And it's Irving in at the 2 spot. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Harden outside. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Holiday with it. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Now the dish to Lopez. Middleton on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez finds Middleton. That one wide left.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And stolen by DiVincenzo. The finish. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And that's a smart foul there. Instead of giving up the easy deuce, send him to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago, an average number in that regard.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Harden dishes to KD. Back to Harden. Lets it go from deep. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Harden's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Nets. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. 4-point game. Passes it to Giannis. Fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And here's Harden for 3. Shot clock reset for the Nets. It's Durant on the wing. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 9 points.
Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
Holiday against Harden. Holiday gets the bucket.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Here is Harden. 9 points in the game so far. Kicks it to Durant. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 7. To the inside. Middleton, the pass to Giannis. The putback, no good that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. On the wing, Harden. The 3. They get it back. Bucks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Irving passes to KD. Over Holiday. Jordan trying to free himself up. And the jumper from down low is good.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
Middleton finds Giannis. Bucks passing it around. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Rain comes in for Blake Griffin. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. And that one's good from Connaughton.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. No good that time. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Irving. Holiday looking for an opening. Green with the block. Inside. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, credit Holiday for getting to the line on that one. With his quickness and length, I'd like to see him do that more often.
8 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Left side, KD. 1 second left. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. He delivered 9 points from three-point range. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say.
I think the most important lesson that I got is that you got to finish the job.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got Holiday. E.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in at the 3, the small forward. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets, and the shot goes down. KD's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
Well, Kevin Durant's looking at the defender like, hey, if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it.
Dinwiddie against Holiday. Clock at 6. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Now, Dinwiddie. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Well, you see, if you're going to foul him, you've got to wrap Kevin Durant up. He's too good at absorbing contact and finding a way to score.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Drew Holiday. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Here's Luwawu, defended by DiVincenzo. Down low. Here's Claxton. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Giannis. Here's Luwawu. And it's off from three-point range. The Bucks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to see. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Luwawu, the pass to Durant. KD draws the double. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. He gets it in there. And it's now only a 1-point Nets lead.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harden outside. Jordan high post. Outside Griffin. Here's Harden. He feeds it to Jordan. Shoots from 12. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Harris outside. Right side, Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. Keeps it alive, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. And the Nets lead by 1.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Antetokounmpo inside. Griffin's there. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Lopez has got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks. And here's Harden. He's got 9. To the paint. And Middleton with the block. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater. And thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage, but it never got bigger. And he might... And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
I'm shooting my shot. Every card that I got, every record I break, every button I watch.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So for Brooklyn now, Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the 1 spot.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Harden against hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Holiday against Harden. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. No good on the 3. Nets trail by 3. Here's KD. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Holiday.
Well, Kevin Durant is used to absorbing contact on the way up, and when he's this deep, it really puts the defense in a bind.
You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. A Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Pocket 2. Lopez finds DiVincenzo. That one goes. Count it. DiVincenzo's got 8 points.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
For the tie, it's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
You simply cannot give Kevin Durant any room to shoot it, and his consistency over the years is really what's striking.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Harden outside. For the lead, DiVincenzo with the rebound. Milwaukee in the lead. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. To the middle, and Lopez throws it down.
Well, one aspect that makes Lopez dangerous is his size. At 7 foot, he doesn't have to go far to slam it home.
And finished off by KD. And the Bucks with possession here. Outside Holiday. And the layup's good off the glass. 8 points for him.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Holiday against Harden. Good on the bucket.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Harden. Outside Holiday. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Then for the Nets, Jeff Green is checked in for Griffin. Bruce Brown comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. For the lead. Not going to go that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Irving. Here's Durant. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Milwaukee leading by 4. Holiday dishes to Tucker. Bucket is good.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Dinwiddie kicks to Green. Outside Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
The wide open look here for Holiday. The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Chris Middleton, Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Portis in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Harden outside. No good from outside.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Teague the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lopez right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Nets trail by 4. Harden outside. Pass to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Now here's Brown. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Teague the pass to Giannis. Giannis is double. Great D that time from Green.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Now here's Harden. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
The Bucks shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Antetokounmpo looking it over.
Get there, get there.
Rebounded by the Nets. Harris, right side, kicks it out to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jeff Green. And Durant subbed in for Bruce Brown. Harden with it. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Outside Irving. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And here's Harden for three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The Bucks trail. Here's Giannis. It counts. And the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame. Not only ties it up with the hoop, but puts them in front now with the free throw. That could be the play of the game if they come out on top.
Harden kicks to Jordan. Outside Griffin. Back to Harden. 6 to shoot. And Harden with the stop.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Holiday goes in and looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Griffin. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 3.
With a polished offensive game and an intense will to win, Griffin can definitely be trusted in crunch time.
And it's Giannis missing. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, following only 3 points. Here's Harden on the wing. Pass to Irving. Durant with it. Now guarded by Middleton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, doesn't Kevin Durant like to put defenders on their heels, and he gets them to foul? Love it.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. Jordan with the rebound. And here are the Nets. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and gameplay. Harden the pass to Irving. Buries it from 3-point range. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
You know, what you love about Kyrie is that he's always prepared to shoot when he is roaming in space.
From 20 feet out, they get it again. Kicks it out to Harden. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Oh, the land of the free.
It's time for the NBA. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Kennard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the point guard position. And looking at the Nets, they've got Griffin. He's out there with Durant. Jordan is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Irving passes to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. Beverly against Durant. Sweet move. Jordan trying to free himself up. And KD finishes inside. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Here's Irving following the basket by Marcus Morris. Dinwiddie outside. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Now Kennard. Outside, George. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And George gets it to go.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
George against Irving. It's Durant on the wing. Unloads from 13. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Here's Irving after the basket by Los Angeles. Outside Jordan to the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Brown in for Kevin Durant. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Band's checked in. Now here's George. Morris passes to Kennard. Count it.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Irving. Passes to Jordan. Outside Irving. On the wing, Brown. On the wing, Irving. Defended by George. That one drops for him.
You know, there's really no defense for this. Irving relishes, actually thoroughly enjoys scoring against tight defense.
Now, here's George. Pass to Kennard. Morris trying to free himself up. Yep, that one goes in there.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Irving against George. Irving looking over the floor. over Jordan. Up again, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
On the wing, George. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. So both teams making some changes here. Brooklyn trailing. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Harden against Jackson. Inside. Here's Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
Well, anyone looking for highlights, because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
Jackson against Harden. Jackson passes to Batum. Jackson misses. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Griffin. Harden against Jackson. Back to Griffin. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And the pass to Batum. Leonard, that's for 2. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Man in at the 2 spot. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
Now here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Jackson. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
As to Luwawu. From deep. Harden, no good. Clippers trail by 3. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Again, the miss by Harden. Harden's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Rondo dishes to Batum.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
Cousins against Harden. From deep. The shot will not fall. And the Clippers will come the other way.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Green kicks to Harden. Back to Green. 5 on the clock. From 11 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. The Clippers trail. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness, you know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Man, it's fun watching Harden use the pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off the screen and letting it fly with ease.
Here's Leonard. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Leonard's got 5.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Now here's Harden, and the wide open shot from Green. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Jackson against Harden. Batum with the steal. Leonard inside. Rebound by Jeff Green.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The Nets working the ball around now.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And here we go. Harden.
My goodness! That was special. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
There's the lob to Jackson. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Flip. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a 1-possession lead in the period. 3 points was as big as it got. Looking at the second quarter scoring, they had a... And that does it for our half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
We've got Durant. Jordan is out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. A 2-point game. A nice shot by KD.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
Here's George. Over Jordan. They grab their own miss. And Ibaka is right there. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
DeAndre Jordan knows a big part of his job is to gobble up rebounds. That time, an angry putback from Jordan.
George looking around. There's the triple. The time for the ball. Clock at 6. A 3 from Morris. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
KD, that's for two. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Dinwiddie with the steal. In the corner, Irving with it. The three-pointer, no good. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Short. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Not much you can do against Paul George on the drive. I mean, he's got great length and he knows how to use it, and he gets exactly where he wants to.
Irving with it. Outside, KD. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And here's George. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Green is checked in for Brooklyn. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for George. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. 1:36 left in the third quarter. Beverly against Dinwiddie. 5 to shoot. And it's Beverly missing.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Jordan with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Durant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Durant's got 8 points.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Dinwiddie against Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now, here's Kennard. Ibaka outside. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Durant with the steal. Lobs it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan. Now, throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Zubac the pass to Morris. Can they get it? And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nets out in. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Jackson in at the point guard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Claxton, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Jackson, kicks it out to Leonard. Off target with his 3.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Harden against Jackson. From deep 3-point range, kept alive. Kicks it out to Harden. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Yeah, the range of Harden deserves a lot of respect because his form is really almost perfect. He's never off balance when he shoots the three-point shot. He's always got his legs under it.
Now here's Leonard. To the paint. Here's Cousins. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Cousins plays inside with an attitude that says, you want to stop me? Give me your best shot.
Brown outside. Back to Harden. Harden draws the double. Brown wide open. He fires. Offensive rebound. Nets. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Griffin's checked in for Jeff Green. And then for Los Angeles, Ibaka comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Georgia subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Passes it to Luau. Back to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Griffin. That 3 off the mark. Clippers trail by 5. On the wing, George. And Ibaka kicks to George. And that one is good. And it's 6 points for Paul George.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. A shot by Harden, wide open. And again, no good by Brooklyn. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from George.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Luau Cabarro, and Irving subbed in for Brown. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open 3, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Outside Irving. To the middle. Here's Durant. And he banks it in. And the Nets lead by 3. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for the Nets?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Here's Leonard. After the made shot from KD. There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. On the wing, Irving sinks the three-pointer. And now a 6-point Nets lead.
Comfortable in the clutch. That's who Kyrie Irving is, unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
And it's George missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it out to Harden. From deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now Beverly. He lobs lobs it up. Missed. So it's the Nets picking up the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's your... and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the bulk of it. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the 2. Now here's Giannis. And in this one, Brent, terrific talent on both sides. Everyone getting their popcorn ready.
Yeah, lots of people tuning into this one, Kevin. And, you know, regular season games, there's always talk about, it's another game. This is not another game. This is prime time. I mean, that reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
Morris with the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Marcus Morris. Good on the shot.
Drew's got such a great build. 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now here's Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. And Lopez pulls it down. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. George against DiVincenzo. And it's George missing. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Holiday. Stolen by George. Morris outside. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Now here is George. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Middleton looking it over. From outside off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Morris, no good. Milwaukee leading by 4. Middleton outside. Out to the right wing. And there's the pass to DiVincenzo. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Lopez. Can't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And here's Leonard from 3. That ball's nice speed that time from George.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. 1:41 left in the first quarter. Back to Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
George against DiVincenzo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Jackson against Holiday. There's a minute left in the first quarter. Double team on Holiday. It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George with the ball. Left side, Leonard. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Leonard's got 5.
Yeah, this is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Bounce pass Middleton. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton inside the three-point line. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The Clippers in the lead. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Zubac the pass to Beverly. Back to Zubac. 4 seconds left. And a missed layup.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
At the end of one, a close. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game and football.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the small forward. Here's Zubac. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
From 15 feet away, Portis can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 3. Down low. Leonard the pass to Rondo. Shoots over Tucker. And that one goes long.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Travis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Right side, Rondo. That one good for 2. Rondo's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Teague, the pass to Portis. Back to Teague. Portis kicks to Teague. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that is why you run the pick and roll, because Teague is an absolute speed demon on those set plays.
Up top, Zubac. Back to Kennard. Here's the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And here's Rondo. For the 3. Kennard's shot is off. Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Tucker can't get it to go. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Rondo. Offensive rebound. The Bucks trail. Teague, the pass to Nwora. Kicks to Tucker. Bucks passing it around. Nwora, that's good. Juarez got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now, here's Kennard. He's covered closely. Rondo against T. Rondo dishes to Batum. 6 to shoot. Can they get it? The shot, no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Rondo. Back to Portis. Teague, the pass to Portis. Goes up on the wing. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Rondo finds Batum. Makes it off the glass. Batum's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Rondo against T. Three-pointer. That one, no good. Kennard for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a... And that's a wrap with the third.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
George double teamed. Ibaka wide open, he fires. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Milwaukee in the lead. Giannis gets to Middleton, takes the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
George looking around. And the layup falls.
Paul George can be dangerous out in transition. Great job finishing there.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. For the lead, and the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
Good awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Pass to Middleton. And it's Lopez at the elbow. And the dunk by Lopez.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Now, here's George. And that one, good. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. Fades. The pass to Holiday. Giannis dishes to Lopez. And that one drops for him. Lopez has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
George against DiVincenzo. George passes to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Leonard's got 10 points.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Los Angeles. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Holiday finds Tucker. Over Morris. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Kennard for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Bucks trail by 4. The shot's good from Forbes.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now, here is Morris. 35 seconds left to play here in the third. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
And Morris drops them both. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Holiday. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Great decision by Holiday to sprint towards the hoop for the high percentage shot inside.
Rondo kicks to Ibaka. Back to Rondo. They get it back.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time. Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And right after this, we'll bring you this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And don't forget about Jrue Holiday. He's got some ups. More than capable of getting up there to the rim.
Ibaka finds Jackson. Shoots the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got 5 rebounds tonight. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here is Holiday. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And he banks in the layup. Holiday's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Bucks.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Holiday dishes to Forbes. Pass to Portis.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Free throw good. Portis. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Teagan for Drew Holiday. The three from George. They get it back. Here's Cousins. Jackson looking around. Another one falls for the Clippers.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Teague finds Antetokounmpo. Here's Portis. And the Bucks miss again. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Nobody near Leonard. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Connaughton. And that one is stuck right through.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. The three from George. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Connaughton passes to Teague. And here's Middleton. Takes a 3. Doesn't go for him. Outside, George. Here's Batum. And the rejection by Giannis. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. A 3 from Leonard. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Milwaukee leading by 4. Connaughton passes to Antetokounmpo. Count that one.
Big time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
The Clippers shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. And that one is off. Morris outside. Ibaka for 3. A putback. And Leonard stays with it.
And who do you call when you need a big bucket for this team more and more? It's Kawhi.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Pass to Middleton. Wide open look. The Clippers grab the miss. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Morris passes to Jackson. From deep, George. He's off from 3. Giannis with it. Passes it to Middleton. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.